It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzati on the phone.
Morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, the our ad meter had you winning local Super Bowl ad this past Sunday, Paul. You were everywhere before the Super Bowl. That was great.
Love it.
Thank you. Yeah, we put some new stuff out, kind of showing the firm and showing all the people in the firm, and yeah, they were surprised too. They loved it.
Yeah, well, it looked really good. It was a good ad. So we wanted to talk to you about DeCarlo's Gentlemen's Club. Quinn and I are doing a deep dive on that, Paul. So you don't have to.
All the way back to good old Sal, founder Sal.
But apparently,
Yes.
Carmen Electra and some other models are suing the Gentlemen's Club in Colony. You want to explain?
Well, from what I can see here, they've used the likeness of not only Carmen Electra, but a few other, fairly known personalities, to give them the impression that maybe they work at the club. So they're using their likeness, using not their names, but it's got them saying that if you want to come, you'll see these people. So what you have here is you've got a violation, invasion of privacy, and there's a lawsuit which is proceeding to trial.
I didn't see... not that they have to show it in the newspaper, but did you see a picture? Did you see have you seen any proof or any?
Interestingly enough, I didn't see it in the article, and I thought to myself, well, maybe that's a problem too. Maybe it's all in the court documents, but they didn't want to kind of rehash and re-show those photos, which are not allowable.
Right.
Even though technically they're evidence, so I'm sure they're available in the courthouse. But yeah, no, they were nowhere, at least obvious online.
So, Paul, does this surprise you that it's going to trial?
What surprised me is that statutory damages can be as high as $10,000 per time you use the image. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like who knew? We're sitting in Albany. I just look at this and I think, wow, is this happening around the country? And that they use something that other clubs use, and so they're just part of a lawsuit. I didn't see that. It looks like we're individually sued here in Albany, or DeCarlo's is. So, yeah, it's surprised that they would almost care, because to the extent that we're virtually off the map, as in terms of where their world is.
And you wonder how, who tipped off Carmen Electra that a
someone
Gentlemen's
send a
Club in
photo?
Albany was using your likeness.
She's probably tight with these touring dancers or something like that. Maybe someone came through town or. You ever had the buffet over there at DeCarlo's?
Just stop.
I have not. No, I didn't know that existed till now, but good to know.
We didn't know that they served food until we Googled them either.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a case of hey, I'm Carmen Electra, don't use those, and the club says, okay, we'll take them down if they say they were posters. She wants to go and get the money retroactively because, like you said, it could be $10,000 per pop, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's hundreds of thousands and maybe even more. I mean, how many times have they used that image?
Right.
And there's also actual damages. Maybe she went for some interview somewhere to do some kind of a movie or some kind of an event, and they said, wait a second, we don't want you because it's inappropriate. You've been using your image at a strip club in Albany. So actual damages would be additional. I think they're sending a message. I don't know how much money there really is to get. But no, this thing has gone real far, and there is a trial date.
All right.
So she may be in town.
It's it's national news, so
right. Yeah,
that's why we want you on.
So she might come to town for a trial, do you think?
She'd have to, yeah. I mean, these are individual, not corporate claims, so if she was going to testify, and she and the other folks would have to be there, so that would probably make another splash.
Right on.
Interesting.
Awesome. Very
All right,
good,
Paul.
sir.
Well, we appreciate the explaining this to us because we were kind of confused, not just about the buffet, but about the lawsuit as well.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, guys. Talk
Thanks,
soon.
Paul.
There he goes. Paul Hardy from Martin Harding Mazzati, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com.